dude, you super cold.
Right.
And I just
like
started,
you're killing it out there.
And I just started, you know what I'm saying, pushing from there. And I had like a little gap where I slowed down, and my whole clique chides up, and you know what I'm saying, you know, big shout out East London Bridges, you know what I'm saying.
Y'all really a family.
The Circle, you know what I'm saying, Big Dog, Big Male. Yeah, so how that all came together was like at a game night, you know what I was telling you about. And,
okay.
And they just heard me ciphering, and like I didn't have, at that time I didn't have any music out.
Right.
You know, like, and then it's like, that was like 2 years ago, and then when I'm looking at all the things that have happened in between that time, you know, I got sponsorships and
right.
all kind of stuff.
I
so
see you with swishers.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You
I was like, this, I'm so proud.
That just expired in like December, so I had a contract with them, and then you know I was getting paid for the social media posts, whatever.
Okay.
So it's just like, yo, I mean, just being on a radar was like such a beautiful thing.
Right.
And I know it's gonna graduate into even more sponsorships.
It will. It will.
And then like, you know, but I also learned some valuable knowledge that I needed in terms of sponsorships too, because the way we
know how to maintain them.
Not even just that, like the way, even sometimes with a relationship or whatever. So the way that you envision things and then the way that it actually happens is different a lot of the time. Okay. So the way I envisioned it was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, they like hit me with this money and I could just do whatever I want as long as I rep the product. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, it was like guidelines to it. You know, like, so say for instance, like with like Swisher, if I put up a post and I didn't put that, you know, like that caption warning, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like disclaimer.
Right. So
you consume this.
So they was telling me that anytime I put up like a post without adding that to it, they get a violation for that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see how.
Yeah.
I can see how.
So, you know, and so it's something to know moving forward that it's like, not that you don't look at it as a business deal, but you just have to be respectful. Like, you can't just take these people money and do what you want to do. Is what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah. It don't work like that.
I mean, it's not, because it's like they are investing in you, but ultimately investing in the brand. Right. So what are some new things that's coming up?
Some new things is coming up. We doing South by Southwest. I'm gonna be out there.
Turn up.
Chaz up gonna be out there. I heard Gary P gonna be out there too.
Gary P. Shout out Boot Camp Radio.
So yeah, so we doing South by Southwest. Okay. And outside of that, the next visual that I'm finna do is gonna be Bitcoins. That was like an album cut that is like, people was like, yo, I love this song, and I was like, man.
Like this is a snippet.
And so everything I do, I envision it being, you know, a single or big. But you know how you do a song where you like, well, I don't know if they don't really feel that one though. And
but you get to a certain point, I think, you know, especially like with you and like all of your friends, you all are at a certain point within your careers when you don't really have to doubt it at this point. It's just like this. Okay, yes, this I spit high fire.
Right, yeah.
Right. Okay. You know, y'all just know y'all got it. But yeah, I think everybody just kind of they'll look and say, okay, is this gonna be a hit? Put it out anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, so basically, what you do is you put your stuff out now and then let the people choose. So that's one of the beautiful things about how I connected with you and like everybody that I've connected with. Is like I put my stuff out and then people gravitated towards me, and then we build genuine relationships with them.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah,
you gotta command the room. You know, you really do, because it was like you. I met you when Chaz Up came on the show.
You know, but I was like, Geno.
Right. I was just like, who is this young man? Who is he? What's going on? Right. You know what and then it was like, you know, you connect with people. Like, I have a topic from I Hated It that's going to bring it full circle with everything that we're talking about. But I just want to let you know, I'm proud of you and I see you. You've been promoting the heck out of yourself. You know, all of your affiliates. Like, I love to see y'all call yourselves a circle.
Yeah, right.
How you all how y'all cap for each other in a good way. You know, not on no shit, but just, you know, how you have to go hard for your friends and your people like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, so basically, like, moving forward, it's a lot of moving parts, but a lot of the music, I mean, it's being streamed pretty well, you know, but it's like, just moving forward, it's some business things that we trying to get in order. You know,
y'all better do that, and then y'all better call me because I'm coming through.
All right, for sure.
I'll be like this. Hi. Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm, yes, I'm an extension of the Circle Crew. I'm the arrow.
Oh,
thank you.
The arrow. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so look, y'all. Before we get ready to bring in Miss Catherine McNeil, we're gonna be talking with her for a little bit. I gotta give y'all my hated topics, and you have to jump in. So be thinking.
I'm always ready to chime in.
I got a few today.
Okay.
In light of what happened, the tragedy that struck on Sunday, I'm getting tired of this. This is my first hated it. Everyone thinking that when someone passes away, it's a conspiracy involved.
Dr. Umar.
Please, let's stop doing this. And let these people that have gone on to glory rest in peace. Everything is not a conspiracy. Okay? I don't know if y'all know that when we came here, we got to leave here, right? Is it going to be a conspiracy when everybody perishes?
Depending on who you talk to.
What do you think about that?
I feel like, so I'm a conspiracy theorist myself.
Bye, Geno. Get out of my studio, right?
I am.
Get your arse out my studio.
But listen though, so it's like sometimes people take it out the back door. And this is no, because I've watched a lot of motivational videos and I you know how you pull wisdom and power from things, you know. So
exactly.
I've heard like a lot of talks with Dr. Umar to where I respect what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I'll be going through my like YouTube spiral sometimes. So I was on YouTube.
A spiral?
Where you watch one video and then another video and another video and then you look up, it's like 4 hours of you on YouTube.
You like this. You like what they said they did it.
So I see a video with Dr. Umar where he was saying it was a conspiracy about Kobe dying and the people that, you know what I'm saying, was trying to buy the Mamba name or something else and you know, I don't even want to divulge and go too deep into it. That's how I'm looking at them. I was just thinking, I'm like, dude.
Are you serious?
So I heard him talking on a Breakfast Club about a conspiracy with the Bill Cosby thing, where he said people was trying to dig under his house, and that's why they put him in jail. And I mean, like, it's like, so it's like.
That's the thing. I'm not doubting that some of the stuff is true, but I mean, do you notice that when every time someone that is in the limelight, they do pass, they always try to tie something to it? Like, people can't just pass away like regular days back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
so being a conspiracy, theorist person.
Okay.
I get with it sometimes. I see how they can be legit. Mm-hmm. But it's other times when I'm like, you're reaching, like you're really reaching, like you're reaching really far.
Okay.
And
I respect that.
Everything, like certain things are just like a horrific accident or whatever. But like everything is not for you to reach and be like, well, this part of them trying to keep the black man down.
Right. It's like no,
like what?
Like it doesn't matter what. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, or anything. None of us are exempt from that. That is the only thing that's guaranteed to us in this life, is the fact that we're going to have to go someday. So, for me, I couldn't imagine being on the side of these family members that are still left behind, and you having to go onto social media, maybe to try to laugh or to try to get through it, and then you're seeing all of these things. Images. Who wants to think about that,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Y'all know I always talk a little bit of something about like workplace stuff. Check out Corporate Chronicles, okay? We just wrapped up season 1. Shout out to that. Yes, absolutely.
Baby.
All that. I'm tired of entitlement in the workplace.
Hey, sub that YouTube channel too. You gotta plug your YouTube channel.
Follow us on YouTube, subscribe.
Yeah,
okay, you can do that. Thank you.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
Love,
all the time. So look, stop with this entitlement in the workplace. Like if you come in, you need to speak. Okay, I'm not even gonna go through a long laundry list. Y'all watch Corporate Chronicles or whatever the case is and get what you need from there. My last thing, and I'm gonna go there tonight. You people that want y'all want people to follow y'all on Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case is, and you feel like you don't need to return a favor. Let's speak specifically about Instagram. We know that it's a numbers game and different things of that sort, but it's just like, for me, I'm like, dang, I'm following all these people, and I'm just like, okay, these people I knew, or people I had like done certain, like had certain dealings with, and I'm like, so you just not gonna follow me back? Now, I'm not petty, but I just feel like, okay, if I didn't marketed you at some point or did something, so today I decided I don't follow them.
Oh,
I was like, y'all petty.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. So along them same lines, because you know we kind of like in the same business and such.
Let's talk.
Alright, so sometimes, because that happened to me sometimes.
Okay.
I legit might have forgotten it. I just didn't get around to it or whatever. But you know, like especially like I'll be looking at not on Instagram per se, because I got a pretty strong Instagram base.
You do have a very strong Instagram,
but on YouTube though. So a lot of the time on the YouTube, like artists in particular, they do like sub for sub. So you might I might be on the trip, I might be at work, I might be doing anything,
right. Just out and about.
And then somebody might hit you with a message on there and be like, "Hey, I like your music, I subbed your channel," and then you might just glance at it, boom, whatever, right?
Okay.
I've literally had somebody, I might not have got back around to it, and an hour or two later, they'd be like, "Hey, I subbed your channel, you ain't subbed me back," and then
I maneuver my way out of that situation very quietly. I'm gonna be just as quiet as you was about not following back, because this is the thing, I don't need to play the number stuff, because a lot of people got numbers but they ain't got the dollars to match up with it. Let's talk about it, okay? So for the people that I've actually connected with, and I've said, I've gone on my phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, and said, hey, I'm gonna follow you. I try to pride myself on having good relationships with people. I don't need the numbers if it don't translate to dollars for me. Right. But if I know that these 1,000 people or whomever, they rocking with me and they're actually, utilizing my services that I offer. I do marketing, y'all. Yeah, okay. I don't really need it. Mm-hmm. So I was just like this. I'm ridding myself of that. But y'all that do that, you get people to do that. It's like, show support and be genuine for real. Don't be all in the moment like, man, I really rock with you. Yeah, I'm doing this. And then you be like, yep, I'm gonna ignore it. Because some people are petty like that. I know you personally. So I know that you busy, you doing all this other stuff.
That goes back to what I was saying about developing like a genuine relationship all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so a lot of the relationships don't be genuine.
You think so?
So one of the things, that not that I struggle with, but I see in terms of, trying to monetize your music more, get your music more out there, it's like a crazy, ridiculous amount of musicians, right?
Correct.
So let's say you put me on a show, and then it's like 20 other acts or something. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You're just like, how?
I'm not rocking with all 20 other acts.
You rock with who you vibe with, right? Or who you just happen to kind of like, oh, we didn't want elbows.
So then sometimes, but what I do, I always respect people. Mm-hmm. So it's like, let's say you bring me to a spot and it's one of them 20 show type of things.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to stay for all 20, I'm going to stay to the end just out of respect. I'm going to show love and be attentive to everybody.
You good, because I'm a drive-by girl. I'm a drive-by.
So a lot of cats, what they do, let's say they come in with 4 people or whatever. Mm-hmm. Right, after they do their set, that 4 go. Then, another, you know what I'm saying? And I do my set, my 5 go.
Yeah, and they in and out.
And it's like, I don't know if you really just like building a genuine following doing that. It's just like
people moving out here for clout. Let's really talk about it though. Like that's what it comes down to. With if they feel like this, I come up to you and follow you, and you be like, who is this person? I'm not gonna do that. Like they're just trying to get their stuff up for a certain level of clout. But like I said, does it translate to you being good on your pockets?
It don't. It don't, because one of the shows that we did recently, it was a super nice venue. Mm-hmm. And we everywhere we go, especially since me and the squad been rocking, we got like a nice turnout. Like exactly. Like a nice turnout.
Okay.
But I just felt like it should have been even more when you think about the amount of people that be following you or say they're following.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like when you building these bases, you still gotta figure out ways to, and not even sometimes financially, even if it's a stream or something.
Exactly.
To monetize it. Outside of that, it doesn't make sense for you to have 8,000 friends or whatever.
Right.
If only like 4 of them.
Right. Because then I'm looking at you, I'm just like, so what do those followers mean?
It don't mean
maybe it makes people feel good. It makes them rest at night. What do you think?
Nah, I mean, like, so.
I'm being for real.
Nah, so this being real, because we have a real conversation. Mm-hmm. So what I focus on is just pulling out quality work and letting the work speak for itself, and then just going from there.
Right. So
you would never catch me being a clown on Instagram just for likes or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But people do that. So it's like, this is probably like the most fictitious world that we ever lived in. And outside of it being like, cause like even people you think popping, they don't be popping.
We got a comment. So Kim said half of them purchased their followers anyway. Yeah, I said it.
Facts.
I see those accounts where it's like those like robots where they will, get you those followers. But I'm like, these not real accounts. They real accounts, but they don't care about what you got going on. People I think are missing as far as in business. Everything has become so social media focused that they forget contact with people face to face. I go out and meet people all the time.
Yeah.
Don't you?
But you know what? What's part of that too though is everybody's connected to the numbers. So I mean, most artists are trying to be seen. Right. Get signed. Find your name dash and build your Rockefeller. Whatever the case may be. Right.
Which is fair.
All right. So look. So it's like, in terms of you doing that, a lot of the record companies, they look at you solely on your social media numbers. So they'll look at how many friends you got, how much engagement you got.
Okay.
And that's before they even hear a song. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, so.
But you can have your numbers up there and still reciprocate though.
Yeah.
You can have 12,000 to 15,000, 20,000 followers or whatever the case is, and you ain't got to like everybody. You don't have to like everybody. We're not saying that. But
I'm going to tell you something like that. That 12,000 be real dicey. So in terms of me doing the radio, I've been in a lot of,
you have. I got some comments I want to read here too when you finish.
I'll be hitting all the stations, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the, get the eyes on you, right?
That's right.
I've met artists where dude ain't got no song out, like nothing really buzz, and it's my first time meeting them or even knowing anything about music.
Knowing who they are.
So then you like, so then I follow you on the gram, you follow me on the gram. I look at your gram and it's like 24,000 you know what I'm saying, followers, and like
this
only like 2 posts, and then like and then you would look like, bro, don't nobody even.
You bought those. How much did they cost?
I ain't gonna say that. I'm just saying, like, bro, like
I'm gonna say you bought it. Okay, hold on.
I'll be trying to figure out how they get that up.
We got a couple comments. If you all are tuning in and you're on our Facebook Live, join in on the conversation, okay? So Lauren Barnes, hey girl, she said people will follow and rock with you if they feel it's going to benefit them.
Yeah, but that's back to the fictitious thing though. It's like. It's rough, man.
And shout out to girls in the hood. My girl Arnesia, she said 100K follows, 200 likes. Correct. It doesn't. You got to make it transmit, because I see some people like they are really booming for real. If they got 10,000 people on their page, they got a couple thousand liking they post or whatever the case is. They're engaged.
I'm saying people with not as many followers and they be having like mad crazy likes, but you go through and they be like genuine engagement.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, we so wrapped up in the numbers. I try to not focus on that.
Yeah.
But it's a part of it.
It's a part of it.
It's a crazy game though. It's like how can you just get to a place where you could just make music and then like the music speak for itself?
Yeah, and if people rock with you, like for me, I vibe. Like when I go out, I go and connect. I network with people. Right. So I'm able to get it by any means. You know, like I'm pulling up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna like your stuff too. I'm not gonna go unlike it when I get in the car. Right. That was just my.
Yo, people do that too. You know what though? Like, I ain't gonna even lie, yo. So check it out.
Story time.
Story time, right? So this happened to me in real life. You go on my SoundCloud and look. Right?
For real.
So a lot of these stream pages I'm on, like I was Facebooking, but not as heavy as when I started, doing. I started doing it more when I started doing music. Same thing with all the social media pages, right?
Everybody.
Twitter, all that, right?
You had to jump on.
So I had a SoundCloud. I wasn't really doing that with my SoundCloud, and I started putting music on my SoundCloud. SoundCloud started booming, right? You know what I'm saying? I got joints where I might have like 3,000 something, you know what I'm saying? Listens on the SoundCloud, right?
For real?
So, and I had like a lot of followers or whatever, right?
Okay.
But I'm trying to get ahead in the game. So I'm trying to model myself after some of my peers. So I looked at some of the other rappers' pages, and they might only be following like 33 people, you know what I'm saying? But it's this large group following them, right? So I went back to my page and I unfollowed a gang of people.
That's your petty.
Numbers. Yo, but I'm telling you why I did it though. Right, you know what I'm saying? To give my stuff looking like some of the other cats, right? While I check back on my SoundCloud, that's most of them unfollow me.
Unfollow this man. I can't believe him.
And I haven't tried to recover and back.
Shout out to I'm gonna get this comment up. Shout out to Devontae Groomology. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. He's got the hottest unisex salon in the burbs. Period. Okay. He said it's all about perception. People always want to be a part of something they think is great because they are popular. Right. You are correct. Right. I mean, I don't know. It's just popularity don't pay my bills. And that's what I'm gonna always equate it to.
But it can though.
This is the thing. I'm gonna be popular because it's like I'm popping and I'm doing what I need to do and I'm attracting the right people. Because we talk about attracting negative energy too and negative things around us.
Hey, but if you get popping on the gram, it could make. I'll give you a good example. So if you notice, and I don't know how many women you follow, but if you're scrolling down, a lot of them be half naked or whatever, right?
Booties everywhere. Why is your booty out?
Peep this out. So I ended up chopping it up with a female who got one of them little Fashion Nova deals. Okay. Not even a model, just like a regular chick who built a following. Boom, boom, boom.
Share her name so we can get her discount. Share her name so we can get the discount.
So listen though. So they be making money on them deals. Right?
Okay.
And they send them the gig, you know what I'm saying? It's like a little sponsorship or whatever, right? But if you get, you ain't gotta be trained or nothing. You a beautiful woman, and you get popping on the gram, taking them pictures like this of your house. You could cash out off them sponsorships.
See, you know what? The thing about it is, I just move a little bit differently. I can't be out here with my booty out on the ground. I'm a whole every morning. Not finna oops upside my head trying to talk about why you got your booty out here, okay?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Look, y'all.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't suggest anybody do that.
Yes, Geno is trying to endorse y'all to put y'all behinds out on the ground. I'm saying,
if you happen to break through, you can make money on the gram.
And he said he's gonna like y'all page too.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna.
Look, that was it for Hated It, okay? We have to take a short break. When we come back, we have our What Would You Do and our next special guest, Miss Catherine McNeil. She is in the building. Okay, we'll be right back. It's the Blueprint Radio.
She was in the hallway chilling the whole time.
It's your girl, MzMetchi from the Blueprint Radio. And you know it's tax season. Our good friends at Tax Strategy can help you get the maximum refund this year. Because they flagged my last video because of the song. One of the songs. Facebook, y'all petty.
Did you,
204
did you hashtag?
Hashtag what?
Support this radio?
All of that. And I put it in the BDS license. They flagged it.
So should I in the hallway? Should I sit over
You can write that, and then we'll wait. Sit right here for just a second. Yeah, let me grab my water. Y'all will be right back.
It's no need for discussion for the body that work the hardest to keep. I want justice. It's no need for discussion for the body that work the hardest to keep. I want justice. I want justice. It's no need for discussion for the body that work the hardest to keep. I want justice. It's no need for discussion for the body that work the hardest to keep. I want justice. It's no need for discussion for the body that work.
You know, he wants y'all to be moving out of.
I'm not, but they get me though.
Right.
I ain't never gonna sign a 360 deal.
Move over.
That meat meal. I'm at the third circuit of appeals trying to tell the city of Philly exactly how I
They can be straight out the project.
Right, like get your fashion over.
And then you know what some people do?
What's that?
Males and females, right? So once they get busted like on the ground, I see an inbox like that. So like they'll send you a message and be like, yo, I'll post you on my gram for,
$100.
Yeah.
No, they do. There's like one. Like for me, I only want to have somebody promote myself. It's like we gotta align a little bit. I can't have somebody to be on there talking about guns and stuff every day. Like, yeah, watching Blueprint Radio. I'm not saying anything about that, but there has to be some type of alignment. It has to be. So like, I want
to go back to what I was telling you about the sponsorship.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm a brand ambassador for several companies, and all of these are Black women owned. I love you guys. They have certain standards how they want things to, so I have to run my advertising and things through them to make sure that what I'm doing with my marketing and promotion, that it aligns with their mission. I got a real good what would you do. So for everybody that's tuning in, y'all are in for a treat because we gotta break it down. I need it.
So you know what I think about when you say what would you do? Remember that song?
That's horrible. The fact that that's his first thought,
Yo, I know you remember that video though.
Like, what would you do? Eddie.
Hey man, that track was not show. Man,
that is absolutely hilarious.
I don't know what they girl that was the lead singing that all the love.
Absolutely beautiful. Hair.
I don't know what her name was. I remember like
from City High.
Yeah, City High. White Clever.
Okay, I was speaking of City High. C-I-T-Y, you can see. Y'all remember City High?
I remember that song.
No, it was a show.
That was the only joint.
It was a show. It was a show called City Guys. City Guys.
Oh, City Guys.
You remember City Guys. Don't try to play me.
Nah, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Was it like Saved by the Bell or something?
Geno, get out. You got to go.
I did not watch City Guys. Was it like Sex in the City?
Kim said City High. Yes, that's it. Yes, Lauren. You know who City Guys is. It used to come on. It came on like Saturdays.
On what channel?
Y'all help me out. I'm drowning. He's asking the questions that I don't know. I think it came on like NBC. You gonna make me look this
I know all the throwbacks though. I watched Awakenings. I know you remember that.
Her name is Claudette.
Claudette Ortiz, right? Yeah.
No. Is it Ortiz?
I think it is.
He over here, he's making up names. He's making everyone be movie models. He is acting up tonight. We didn't even get to the what would you do, and he's already acting all the way up.
Yeah. But now you remember the Awakenings though?
Yes.
That was,
we were actually made to watch that. Me and a former friend were made to watch it.
I used to be waiting on the Awakenings.
I feel like it was a punishment.
I remember the thing.
That's why they were trying to make us not be bad. I'm like, we not being bad.
They had a reunion at the I think the Rink or something. They was selling tickets on Facebook. I saw.
For real?
Yeah.
That's bad.
The Awakenings was fire. For a low budget.
$2. Might have to come back.
Alright.
Yes, Kim, I did say that he has to go. Geno was in here acting up tonight. Yes, he is.
I'm enjoying this.
Kim gonna say not the awakening was a punishment. Laughing my butt off, beating your ass was bad. I was not.
Yeah.
I was not.
But you did like no season of the Awakenings.
I didn't say that I didn't like it. What I'm saying is that it was presented to me as a punishment.
Oh.
Y'all gotta watch all of this. Alright, we different.
I was excited to watch it.
I don't want to watch this. I want to watch something else.
I was scrolling through the channels one night, late night, it came on. You know that theme song? That shit was stuck in my head.
Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna laugh till I cry.
Hey, that's what got me hooked on the show. The theme song.
They said she said I'm with Geno. We used to wait on their voices. Okay, all right. Tie me up and call me the bad kid. Whatever. Shout out to my friend Erica that's watching. Make sure that you all are following. She is undefeated. Okay, she has a penny drive going on. Erica, can you please drop those details in the comments if you are still on with us, so that everybody can donate. I don't have no pennies. I do have some pennies. Donate your pennies. She helps to, feed the less fortunate. Okay.
So, I don't see no jobs running around.
Got some pennies right there.
I might find a couple of digs.
It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we are back. This is the Blueprint Radio, and I'm in the studio right now with Mr. Geno Pacino. He's made me laugh until I had a small little tear.
You gotta admit, we had a good
time.
We
always have a good time. Geno Pacino like this. I'm like, yes, we're gonna have a good show. So look, before we bring Catherine in, we're gonna get our What Would You Do out. I need you all to listen. I'll keep this short. My best friend of 15 years is in a new relationship with a nice, not spectacular, but nice guy who treats her well and who she will probably end up marrying. Problem is, I cannot find it in me to be happy for her. I have tried and tried, but every text she sends me of a date night out or a screenshot of something cute he says fills me with anger, frustration, sadness, and jealousy. I will note that I am painfully single right now and cannot seem to get a boyfriend to save my life. We are both at the age where marriage and children are in the cards, and it pains me that all of these things may be happening for her soon, and they're not even a blimp on my radar. I want to be there for her and be happy with her for this new relationship, but I can't seem to find a way how. What would you do? Well.
You asking me? I'm a counselor.
She's asking me what would I do. First off,
what would the hater do? Because she's
asking for herself. What should she do? First off, let's go ahead and break this down because y'all know that we have to break it down as multi-layered. Okay. You're not really her friend if you really jealous of her like that. Like, you're not really her friend. So first off, release her. Release her so she can go and be happy in peace and not have to worry about you hating with your hating behind. Okay? That's first and foremost. You can't be happy for your friend. First off, I have experienced situations like that where it was like I was in like the highest moment. You've heard me talk about it on the show before, Geno. When around the time that I was getting married, when I tell you weddings and funerals and a baby being born is gonna bring out the worst in people. Do you understand what I'm saying? The absolute worst. They'll just straight up just be on some like, oh, it's not about me. It's we won't even get into that. But as far as with this, it fills you with anger and frustration.
That was crazy.
Leave your friend alone and go get some counseling, sis. Right?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't even know what you could add to that. Like,
how is this your best friend?
So it'll be different if she added some pieces to it to where it was something wrong with the guy to where that's what I thought.
Like he treated her good, but he sell drugs or something. Which
that's what's wrong. But you need to get yourself right. Like that's what you need to do. Like
so. This is the perspective that I have. Okay, before I met my husband, I was painfully single too. I mean, I felt like every guy that I was, dating, they were just like buttholes. They weren't being very nice. They weren't trying to be serious, with me or anyone. I mean, I just don't know who I was attracting at that time.
So it's key that you know that, because a lot of the time, male or female, it don't be you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so it's
the people you pick.
Like God lines stuff up for you and it just work out sometimes.
Exactly.
But it's like a lot of these things that you go through, it be sometimes when a person say it's me, not you, it really be them.
If like, it's not you. It's not. They'll be like this, we having a good time kicking and all this other stuff, but I don't want a relationship. So these are the things that I had ran into. And now mind you, the people that I was, the circle that I had at the time, everyone was in a relationship. Okay. So a lot of the times if we would go out, like say if there was like big events or, we just having a kickback at the crib, we, drinking, whatever, having some food. I was most of the time the single person that would show up, and at none of those times, I mean, I was surrounded by plenty of couples, Right. Never did I didn't feel those things. I'm like, just because I'm around all these couples, it doesn't mean that I'm any less valuable or, worthy of being in love because I'm single right now. So when I finally met Anthony, I met my husband, yes, shout out to you, boo. When I met him and everything just kind of came together or whatever the case is, speaking of my best friend, she had known all of the struggles that I had went through previously. So my question is, how can you be a best friend of somebody for over 15 years and you probably seen her go through some things or, even if she didn't, how can you not be happy for her? That's a mental illness to me.
That's crazy. But you know what? Now here's what's crazy. Because that was something that somebody wrote, right? Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised to know that it's a lot of people like that be right there in your circle.
Right, they be like, I'm so mad at her. How she did it?
It'd be crazy.
I'm just like this. I'm like, so y'all really mad? And it's just like this. Now mind you, this your friend. You can kiki. You'd have been around her and her 17,000 boyfriends, and y'all done went to all the parties and the barbecues, and it's just like your girlfriend finally got somebody that's good for her, and this how you act?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, I want to read some comments. Okay. She said, why you so mad? You got to stop being a hater. She's admitting that she's a sucky friend. I had to bleep that out. And you need to go to therapy so you can learn to be happy for other people. Yeah. If you harbor that much disdain in your heart, you will never attract the positivity in your life that you want.
Hey, that's true though.
Because it's like, is she painfully single because she's bitter?
Some people be toxic though.
And
you know what though? What's not now? Like, cause I do my date thing myself,
Look at you.
And what male and female, so you as a guy might have some baggage, she might have some baggage, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
But it's like, man, people be having so much baggage and they surrounded
and they can't let it go.
So much social media and this, that, or whatever. To a lot of people don't know how to get out their own way. And so she might be that kind of person to where she might not want to be toxic, but she probably been toxic for so long
that she don't know how to not be toxic.
It's like imagine being a grown up adult and you got to retrain yourself. Like that is not easy.
It's not easy. No, it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Man.
Geno just left y'all with a word if you did not know, okay?
Yeah.
I mean...
It's people that's like that, though.
It's real. I don't want to... I know initially probably my response kind of came off and it was a real, raw... I don't want to judge this young lady, but it's just like me being the type of person that I am, and it's hard sometimes to look outside of yourself. And I can admit at this moment when I read that, I was immediately infuriated because what people don't understand is that you get mad for somebody for being in their winning season, but you don't know what they lost during those other seasons before that. So it's like, who are you to just have such a negativity about the situation? Just even the shade that she threw. A new relationship with a nice, not spectacular
That's
guy.
why when you was reading, I say, why is that a caveat? Like, what? Where's this
Define spectacular.
Nice, not spectacular.
Nice, but not spectacular.
Oh my God.
According to what standards? From a bitter person's point of view?
So imagine her going into her next relationship.
And I want to be sensitive to the fact that people, that are single, I've been there. It's been a little while, but I've been there. I know that there's loneliness sometimes. There's different things that you feel depending on what your mindset was. If you want to be in a relationship with someone and you're not meeting the right people, you're not connecting with the right people that fit your life, it can make you feel some type of way. So I want to be have some empathy as far as that situation is concerned. But it's just like, to feel those first things as your first emotions and your friend, someone that you're supposed to love and cherish as a friend, they're happy.
Yeah, but in your single season, I mean, like, you're really supposed to be kind of getting yourself together because, like, so one of my friends was telling me this, and it's part of the reason why I've been, doing, because I could be in a relationship if I want to, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
I want it to be.
You said the summertime coming up.
No, not even. It's not even that. Certain things
if Geno Pacino's old lady is watching right now, get her.
But yeah, so like with the whole dating thing though, like it took one of my guy friends to point it out to me. And he was like, bro, you just go from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. It don't be like no real time in between. You see what I'm saying?
For you to just be to yourself.
So here's what happened with that. I want to mention about the baggage, right? So what happens is whatever issue that you didn't correct with whatever shorty name was, the last shorty,
it goes on.
You just do the same thing to the new shorty.
Exactly.
And then you do the same thing to the other shorty and to the other shorty.
And like this. This is a pattern.
Men and women do that. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Because it's so many. It's like it's layers. It's like okay, yeah, you need to work on this, but I don't want to be alone either. But then I want this,
right?
But then and
I want somebody to do this thing for me.
And then brush
the snow off my car.
So
take my garbage out.
So until you take that time and really get your mind right,
you're not gonna be right for nobody.
Yo, it just be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
As far as what would I do, I would probably. You may need to distance yourself for a little bit until you get yourself together. For our person that wrote in, we're going to keep them anonymous. We're praying for you. Do some self-healing right now. See a therapist. That's taboo in our community, but you have to go sit down with somebody and address some of those things that are within or some of that hurt that you may be carrying that is preventing you from being happy for yourself and for others. That would probably be my advice of what I would do.
That's the best advice.
We're going to wrap that up, y'all. Okay, look. After we come back from this break, we're going to play y'all a little bit of music, okay? But we've got Catherine McNeil in the house. Going to be sitting.
Throw it out for
her. We're coming in. She's going to be sitting down for an exclusive interview so that we can find out more about her and get you all involved. So you tuning in. It's the Blueprint Radio. I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna do the switch now. You want to
right here, right?
Yep. And then I'm you take that little there off there.
Thank you. I got it from Generic the Brand.
Generic the Brand?
Yeah, Generic the Brand. Generic the Brand is a quality apparel and accessories line for men, women, and children, birthed from the challenges of urban life.
Really? That's a dope t-shirt.
Indeed. They have many styles that includes hats, bags, leggings, and all kinds of gear.
So how about you get some Generic the Brand clothing?
Just go to
This is Catherine. She is another melanated queen. Okay. This is Monte. He is running the show today.
The brand.
We was having
good I know. I was going to let them. I don't know whose that belongs to. I don't know why I moved it out the way. You want to use that? Everyone that's been tuning in on the live, thank you so much. What would you do?
I heard bits and pieces of it.
Jealous friend she had
because her friend got a good man.
She said, Look, girl. It fills her with anger, frustration, sadness, and jealousy. That's a lot of things to feel at once, let alone individually.
She'll be alright.
I'll lay back like, I have problems and I need help.
Yeah, she'll be okay.
You know, I think if you lean in, we could catch you.
I was turning this one down. Oh, snap. My bad.
And then, hold on, I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm getting in the camera, y'all. Oh, it fits in good. And you're on there.
Oh, snap. Hey, I'm saying like I ain't even finna go back live. Like your joint perfect. You know what I'm saying?
I try to provide.
You got the whole you did.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm so glad you came. Yay. I'm for real. So we gonna make it happen. As soon as it comes back. As soon as it comes back. Today, I mean, good topics. Are you really living your best life?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Okay.
That's a good topic.
Yes, and then, we still got to do what's happening in the streets. Got to let y'all know what's going on. Make sure y'all get y'all face masks. All of that, okay? This virus is going around. I've been calling it the coronavirus.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't either.
Is it Coro? Someone drop a pronunciation thing in the comments if you're on the live with us today.
Nah, so I'm usually really good at pronouncing words. Like it's really, it's a whole conundrum trying to get that out.
Coco virus.
So the fact that we have whole memes talking about it's related to the beer, I gave up. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't
Whatever
need
y'all
to.
want it to be. That's what it's gonna be.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Did you get it okay?
I did.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. While we doing
But I was downstairs hollering. I
Hey,
was
so
like, I had to get in the building. I would get robbed.
No.
Did
Don't
y'all
get
read
robbed
about the
on
fact that the virus started with the Egypt? They was having bat suits, wild bats.
Yep. And that's when I checked out. Because at that point I was like, okay.
So I saw the pictures. I'm like, what part of this?
Well, you gotta think about how individuals live.
I'm not gonna be able to do this.
No,
Like, there are different levels of poor.
it was like a
literally
whole
eat
bag. Like a
everything.
whole
Yeah,
bag.
you literally eat everything. It is about survival 101.
Then I heard about over on certain you got the name of the restaurant. So this lady was all in the Chinese restaurant. She was going to the
I
park.
wonder if my live gonna knock out and go to another app. It's gonna knock out anyway.
She was like they feed him, they snatch him up,
Get on the parking app.
and then put it up in Chinese food. And they had shut it down.
They should shut them down. You are the nastiest birds in the world.
I said that
I
too.
always thought that would be
Yeah, all
all
day.
when they said people put it
Yeah,
all
they gonna leave me on the for 5 minutes.
Why do it
I swear, it was a meme that was like, have you ever, like, if you've ever been to China, have you ever noticed what you've never seen running
I
around?
don't know. I think that's a security thing.
Yeah, when I read about how it started, I was sick.
Did you see the pictures though? They
No.
had videos and pictures.
I don't want to see that.
They was eating like they got the bat like it's a joke. Like they
Tastes like chicken.
They petty.
It tastes like chicken.
Kim, what are you talking about? You said it right, boo. Well, that's how they're saying it on the news. That's the
I forgot who this sample was from.
Turn that down though, because that's Drake. They gonna cut my video. Drake don't play about it. He's like, I love Drake. Drake, you know that I love you a lot. But
He don't play.
He don't play. When they snatch your video real quick, you like, woo! What's going on?
now so on SoundCloud they snatched your joint down on. So I had did a mixtape song over God's Plan, and it was like one of my most, you know what I'm saying, like listen to joints on my SoundCloud.
Okay.
And then they send me an inbox when they be like,
do you have permission to use
yeah, whatever record company you with, and snatch that joint. Oh,
We gonna have to turn that down.
I tried to put it back up. They was like, oh no, not Drake.
Right. Yes, they often tell me I don't have the rights. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Drake, I love you. We're a BDS licensed station, sir. We're supposed to be able to. What's going on? He just like this. He's like, snatch it down. Snatch it down. Right now.
I did not do my own live. I'm watching yours. I thought it was a whole watch party.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the first one, you know, that these artists, we are on radio and we are trying to push y'all stuff. They cut my first video. I was like,
I noticed that.
I'm like, excuse me.
But I knew better. I was like, okay.
I came right back. So we trying to stay. That's why we got Drake playing very low in the background. Okay, we are a BDS licensed station. Okay.
But I mean, like why though?
I don't know, cause I'm not.
You know, it's only with certain artists though, because I remember when was that Patty no, that was Aretha Franklin that dad, right? Or Patty LaBelle?
Aretha Franklin. Yeah.
Okay,
Please don't don't say that over Patty LaBelle now.
You know, I'm confusing them. But now, so when she passed away, I had put I posted one of her songs on Instagram, like as a dedication, like rest of
the they were like, no.
They snatched that joint off my page.
Don't play either.
Back in. That was my parking meter. It was like this. Hi. Girl, it pop up on your screen like this. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I've already mentally prepped myself for that.
Did you do an hour or 2 hours?
No.
Man.
It's alright.
Alright, we coming back.
Okay. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we are back on the Blueprint Radio. I have my next special guest in the studio with me right now, Miss Catherine McNeil. Hey. Talking to the microphone, man. Come on now.
Let me move on up.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
To the east side.
That's okay.
Deluxe apartment in the sky, baby.
How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Girl, no problem. Now, if y'all didn't know, she just celebrated a very monumental birthday, okay? And from what I saw on Facebook, you were living it up. You were living it up. I was just like this, I want to go to Papa Do's. I want some cocktails from Papa Do's. So, okay, we got a lot to cover with you because I met you not even too long ago. Shout out to Melanated Queen Productions. It's like bringing everyone together. Love that place. We attended a workshop together.
Yep.
And I was just like, she's all good vibes. I love it. I'm like, she needs to come on the show. You started to talk to me about your business, CHBM Services. Mm-hmm. Let's just jump right in there. Tell me about your business.
Okay.
Tell my listeners.
So the CHBM Services body of businesses are comprised of 3 different entities. Mm-hmm. So it's my LLC that is dedicated to career development coaching, and I build LinkedIn profiles. I do not do resumes anymore. I have to keep telling people that.
Okay, don't ask her for the resume now.
Then my L3C is dedicated to hosting free career development events for single moms.
Okay.
And then I have a not-for-profit. My not-for-profit brings up the back end. That's how we get all our funding. Okay. We provide additional resources. So I partner with myself on the events. Mm-hmm. I give away scholarships. I give away grants, help pay, back to school fees, college application fees, and things along those lines. And then I'm a published author. So I have texts that are available on Amazon that deal with single parents.
Oh, I'm asking about all of that. I just go through all of that. I'm like, because look, this is the thing I told you. I like to have people come on and really promote what it is that they're doing. Like, we got Geno here. It's always Pacino season, okay? Always. So, and then so I definitely wanted you to come on and just talk about all of those things because I was immediately I was engaged as soon as you told me what it was about when you said that you were working with the youth. We have a lot of different programs and things that go on that help a lot of adults, but I think that we wouldn't have to have a lot of those if we started early, right? What brought you to that mission?
So, I was pregnant at 19, and I had my first daughter at 20. I was going into my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
And I was legitimately faced with continuing my education or having my child.
Okay.
So there was no cross border. No, that was the ultimatum at hand.
Okay.
And obviously, since I have a soon to be 20-year-old, we all know what decision I made.
Yeah.
But I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
I had a lot to figure out. It was an interesting road. It's still an interesting journey.
That's okay.
Journey.
Okay.
Journey. Tongue tied.
It gets me too. All the time.
So it was an interesting journey. It has consistently still been that, but there's been more successes than failures. So it's all been worth it. And going down the road that I did, I decided to still finish college. It took me 10 years to do it, but I did it.
That's right.
I got my master's degree. I have my businesses. I have a very good full-time job.
Can we
as
clap
well.
it up real quick for that?
Yes.
Ooh, first of all. Look, she's going down the list. I'm like, and then there's more. Like, no, you've accomplished so much.
But I'm not exceptional, right? Like, I did it because it was something that I needed to do.
Okay. And
as I continued to take each step, I kept getting people that would support me and that would push me along. So I sincerely feel like if that could be my story, that could be anyone's story. So trying to get in front of young ladies, trying to get in front of, moms between the ages of 18 and 40 and just tell them, like, this is not the end of the road.
That's right.
There are places, there are entities, there are individuals that will help you as long as you're trying to help yourself. You just have to figure it out. Right. So I made it. I have a slew of friends that have similar stories. So I know it's not impossible.
They're saying on the comments that you are goals.
Oh, thank you.
Because, you know what? Think about from how you started your story. A lot of people would have given up or they would have chosen another option. And you don't find a lot of people that will take the more challenging option in life. So the fact that you did that, I'm over here, I'm just like, I want to continue all of the claps for that. What I did want to know, across the board from all of your businesses, what are some notable things that happen, along the way that really stand out to you?
Besides the fact that I've been making this up as I go along.
Stop.
Let's keep it funky. So, first generation business owner. I'm not first generation college graduate because my dad graduated from college. My mom did not. Okay. So on each side of the family, two completely different spectrums. We'll be here till next week having that conversation.
Okay.
But generational curses run rampant. So the fact that I was the first one out of my parents to own property, I take that and I celebrate myself for that one.
You better. That's okay.
But there was a flip side to that too, because there was a part of the journey where I wasn't ready. Like I was so dedicated to wanting to make sure that I didn't do what my mom did or I didn't do what my dad did, that I jumped out there and I didn't know all the things that I know now.
Exactly.
I didn't know. Well, I knew about adjustable rate mortgages, but I didn't know like I needed to know. And I thought I was smarter than the system, and I thought I was gonna be okay. I messed around and lost my job. And I had a 2-year fixed adjustable rate mortgage, so eventually I couldn't afford my condo anymore, and I walked away from it and I filed bankruptcy.
Okay.
That's notable to me. It's one of the biggest failures in my life. However, it started me down that path to really figuring out what I wanted to do next.
So it's not really a failure.
Well, so I will consider it that because that's what we don't want to talk about. We don't ever want to talk about how many times we dropped the ball. I'm good with all mine. Right,
man. We can have some real conversations.
That's how you really minister to people and really touch them one day. But so we talked about how social media is fictitious. It's because a lot of the time we only talk about our victories.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And not the failures.
But when they see you in them you know how life has peaks and valleys.
Absolutely.
So when they catch you on them down on them incline moments and then see you rise back up.
Absolutely.
That's where the real encouragement and the real power come from. Not, I'm always getting it. I've been rich.
I'm self-made.
That ain't what's up.
So that was a notable moment because that notable moment started me down the road of, I have daughters. My oldest two girls are clearly, right?
Okay.
And then my youngest is a boy. I have 3 children.
Okay. 3-piece spicy.
Yeah.
A 3-piece spicy.
A 3-piece spicy.
That is hilarious. So, I have everyone, they will, send me information about themselves and everything. You're a psychologist.
I am an industrial organizational psychologist by trade.
Is that what you were in school for when you... Okay.
That's another part of those notable moments. When I went away to college to be a computer engineer.
Really?
And there's nothing about what I do that's
Now, I went to be a teacher.
Really?
Woo, I took such a left turn. I was like, I got to my senior year. I'm like, man, we're out. We're not going to be doing that. The thing about it is, in life, there's a lot of different shifts. Mm-hmm. And, to hear your story now, it was like I read a little bit of it, but to really hear some of those things from you, to see how you took those shifts, mm-hmm. it's really awesome to see.
Like the very scenic route that I took to graduation of with my undergrad degree was a learning journey for me. Because originally, like, I was at Penn State, D1, computer engineering was the major. Like, I was supposed to be president of student government. Like, I had a whole thing happening. Never thought about children. Mm-hmm. It's never a part of the plan.
You was having some fun, right?
And then I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, my child immediately became the most important thing to me. Mm-hmm. And everything shifted from there. So then it's like, okay, so I can't go back to Penn State, right? Because my dad's not going to pay for it. But I can't, like, go anywhere else because that's a D1 school. So I need to go to another D1 school. Exactly. But it was too late in the game for me to try to transfer, into UIC because U of I would have been the comparable school for me to go to.
Okay, in the area.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So I couldn't do that. So I had to wait, and I went to daily, for a year. I was like, this is...
No shade to Prairie State.
That's no shade to community college
no
whatsoever.
Shade at all. No trade schools, nothing. We not saying
not period,
but when you
not
come
period.
From a certain experience.
But when you come from a D1 school going to a community college, you feel like you're in high school again. It wasn't challenging for me.
We did this.
There was nothing that was motivating me. There was nothing that was motivating me. And then I was pregnant too, right? So I was already going through all of these different changes. Yeah. But I think I might have finished two classes, maybe 2. Maybe.
Yeah, you I got the transfer.
Yeah, and then I went to UIC. I went to DeVry. I ended up graduating from Robert Morris because all this time I'm trying to figure some things out. I'm like, at this point I have 2 children. It's me. They're watching. How am I gonna take care of you?
You gotta win at that point,
right? I'm at one point I didn't even care about going to school anymore. I started working for CTA, operating the trains. I was like, I'm set for the rest of my life. And till that road shifted, and my instructor.
Hey, but she was going from grace to grace the whole time.
Yeah, it was like level up.
College, then you get because some people get a CTA job and they done.
And that's how I felt. That's how I felt.
I'm set.
And that's exactly how I felt. I was like, okay, Lord, I need to finish school. I'm gonna stay here.
I thank you for this.
Until the people really told me, they were like, you ain't gonna stay here. This job ain't for you.
So walk me through.
They told you that?
They told me that.
Oh, wow.
They were right, but it's okay.
Yeah,
they were right.
So walk me to how, throughout this journey, how did you get to, when you sat down and you wrote your first book?
Happenstance. My oldest daughter, my oldest baby will be 20 in April. She was 16.
You almost on free.
No. My son is 4.
He
came right on. My girls are older.
I thought they was a back.
No, the baby. That's another story for another show. But anyway,
tune in.
my oldest daughter was 16 and she was going through the change in life. She was smelling herself. I couldn't stand that child.
It's a rough time.
And she couldn't stand me because, you know, I was strict and all of her friends' parents were cool and they were buying their kids brand new cars. Their kids were failing and all this other stuff. I was making her go to school. So
talk to her in her 20s about that.
Oh, she's good now.
Oh.
Look, she's good
she
now.
Yeah,
she's good now. She just copped a 2018 good.
She's in a good space.
Interest rate. She got a decent job. She go to work all the time. She in cosmetology school.
Because,
she get it.
So when I was a youngster, my mom used to tell me so much that I needed, you know, for life, and I used to ignore her like all the time. Right? I moved out when I was like a little bit after high school. I was like 18, going on 19.
Right.
I regret that to this day. right. So
I think we all left the nest early.
And a lot of the stuff that when I got into my adult life, I'm like, damn, she was on point. So if I'd have listened to it 4 to 5 years earlier, so my son, you know, like my son is 17, and so I tell my son, I'm like, hey, look, man, I'm not being strict. I ain't gonna be too strict on you, but if you just listen and just soak this up, you gonna be so
gonna
far
save yourself
ahead
a
of
life.
Not just where I was at, but your peers, like, because like a lot of the time they give it to us, and it's the source. You like, you don't know,
and that's exactly
you
what it was.
Know none.
Because I was mama, and I'm completely transparent with my kids, so they know every up, down, you know, in and out, and I've been like that because I don't want them to make the same mistakes that I have made. No matter how it turned out in the end, that was time that I can't get back.
Exactly.
Right.
So you don't have to do this.
And they might not be able to navigate that path the same way.
That's right.
Seriously. And
so that was the motivation for
like
you first.
that was the motivation of the 31-day affirmation. There were things that I was going through with her, and I realized that we are not honest with each other. And when I say we, I mean black people. When we're having conversations, parenting conversations, you are led to believe that kids are born and die perfect. They leave out all that gray. All that gray.
My mother is gone now, but that was one thing that really I loved our relationship because we were able to keep it real with each other.
Right.
You have to be able to do that.
That's important. Like my kids don't necessarily, they don't have to talk to me about everything. However, eventually they do. You know what I mean? And I take great pride in that. Like, I'm a safe space for their friends too.
That's right.
This is real, and each of those days is dedicated to something that we experience as a parent. You know, I wrote it from the point of view of a single mom. However, the book applies to parenting, period. So you can read it no matter, you know, like what.
And you'll be able to understand what's going on.
But I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't feel like I could be transparent with anybody about what I was feeling because I felt like I was going to be judged. Come to find out, everything that my daughter was going through and was doing was normal.
They was just keeping it to themselves.
Yeah, like,
putting it out there.
We just don't have those conversations because we don't want to be judged and we don't, you know, people are going to be in our business and all this other stuff.
That's right.
We need to start sharing these stories because people are thinking like folks kill themselves behind stuff like this.
That's right. Or they kill their kids.
Or they killed their kids because I literally did want to kill the child because she was going nuts. But, you know, I knew that wasn't the solution. However, I didn't know what to do. So I was counseling myself through those 31 pages.
Right.
Like trying to figure it out.
And how amazing it is, like, with you sharing your story, it can help someone else too.
And that was the only reason why I really put it in book form. Like, I gave away the first 111 copies or something to, like, different shelters across the United States because I didn't write the book to make money. Like, I just realized that this is a conversation that people need to be having. And I know that there's other me's that are sitting out there that need to be encouraged and need to understand.
That's right.
You are not crazy.
And you're not alone.
And you are not alone.
Absolutely.
So that was how the first book ended up being written.
Okay.
The second book was intentional. Not really, but it was.
Okay. I love the title of it. Parenting is a love and hate relationship.
Because it is. Like, if you have children, if you sit there and say that you love your kids, like you love them, but they're your best friends and you're their biggest fan every single day, you are a lie. I will call you a lie to your face.
Like, you're not telling the truth.
Not period. You are fibbing.
Well, what I want you to do, and y'all gonna have a chance to do it. I definitely want you all to, of course, drop your social media handles when we get to that part of the show, and also let them know where they can buy the book. And we'll drop the link, share all of that other stuff, because I think that it's really important. I mean, I love the fact that you wrote those out of experience and to share and to uplift. That's what we like to do over here. I just want to know before we wrap up as far as the interview, because I'm glad you're going to be hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next?
It's a lot. So all the events for the year are on the calendar. You better have it on the calendar. I put so many events out there that Facebook was like, you can't invite nobody else. You got 50 people. That's it. Okay. Until stuff started dropping off. So February for Black History Month, I am hosting career tips and topics. Okay. On February 22nd, that'll be a real panel discussion, roundtable conversation in regards to college, trades, military, and other. So that conversation is geared towards the community to help us to start to understand what's next after high school, because everybody's not going to college, and we need to stop acting like that's the case. And stop pushing it. Whole nother. I will get on the soapbox behind that.
Why do you say stop pushing it?
Because it's not for everyone, and there are plenty of ways to be successful. However, you have to figure out where your gifts and talents lies. I'm an academic. College was for me, and I use both of my degrees in everything that I do.
Yeah.
I have a handful of friends that can say the same thing, and most of my friends graduated from college. My full-time job is in energy, so I sit in the space of the trades. We have an employment gap that is just absolutely astronomical, because we pushed an entire generation into college, and now these people are too good to work the trades jobs, not fully understanding what the trades jobs are.
I mean, but in that same vein, though, the way the job market is transforming, though, it's like almost like essential, like to where if you don't have any, college education,
it's not true. That's not true.
That's a whole nother conversation for another.
Okay.
It depends on what you're trying to do.
Right. You have to come back and talk to us about that.
That's the short answer of it. Right. It depends on what you're trying to do. And that's why I want to open up this conversation, because
it's one to be had.
Like, college is really expensive. It's astronomical.
I'm paying off 3 student loans, ma'am. You can trust me. I know. And I told you I went to school to be a teacher, right? I took the degree, but I'm still in management. I had management experience as I was in school. So, okay.
My student loan debt is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse,
ma'am. So you got the events.
So that one's on the 22nd.
Nail that, Navy, and all that, y'all bogus. Okay,
that was on the 22nd.
So you got that event going on in February.
It's 2, and then
2 in February.
The other one on the 29th is a roundtable discussion with HR personnel and a hiring manager, just so you can ask whatever questions you can't ask in the interview, so that you'll know what you're dealing with. So that's February.
Well, look, y'all, we gotta take a little break real quick. I think I got some extra guests in the building. I think I've heard some extra people.
Gary P?
Gary P?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. It's the Blueprint Radio.
I didn't even know.
I'll be right back. Let me see. I think I saw him. They still out there.
They were.
Hey, y'all.
It depends on what you're trying to do. They use bachelor degrees as a weeding mechanism. So you can get a bachelor's degree in basketball, and that'll set you apart from somebody that only has a high school diploma.
That's the reason I said that. So I've been telling my son, because my son like, I don't know. So I never went to that. I've had some pretty good jobs. So I've been like paralegal work for a long time. But not really, because more so I was like a legal clerk. Like I was doing actual paralegal work. I didn't know what I'm saying? So
y'all, we got the squad coming in. Okay. Period.
that hit me when I went to a different firm.
Okay, hold on. Yes,
first.
I'm gonna get this shit.
Everybody's like, we not, you can't do that here.
Because they look at straight credentials.
So I work in the community game right now. Right?
And this is Pack's house. So this is Jerry P.
down, but
Shout out to Blue County. He comes in and he does his podcast.
I don't know what you do.
Oh, work that.
Open room. I just say
Y'all, we got a full house for y'all that's gonna be right in. When the squad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't end it because, like, I can see it so many levels of my career.
that ain't me.
I love it.
But there's ways around that too. Because
Yes.
depending on what the end game is, you have certification. Because to your point,
Open the door just like this.
he won.
I'm like, okay.
That's inevitable. But it,
You see, I was looking at my
certification.
Trying to keep the smile up.
Yeah, that's not. They're always wearing. I give great examples. I ain't got my stuff delicious. Mama always said, they know that I all this.
We can come back after this. You want to do this show?
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go sit down.
I said, you like this.
So that might in the corner.
It cost me so many years. I gave you my actual certificate. But I still, but I'm like, yo,
How you gonna get over there?
You want to sit right here?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna scoot in a little bit, y'all. We gonna get Gary
Let me
in
know
on
how
this.
you want me to.
Okay, so that means the topic is gonna be lit there tonight. We're talking about how you're living your best life.
It's not for everybody, and it is. It's
and the way it was set up is fast track because I always got the experience. You know what I'm saying?
there's a lot of degree programs like that now that take that life experience.
They locked my friends in here.
I'm telling you, it all depends.
Some songs you play early.
And then that networking thing is huge too.
That's the
Well, that's a whole different conversation. Because I don't have nobody in my family in a position to be able to help me.
I've been surrounded.
Audio
that particular.
I know it's
Play whatever the fuck you want to play.
I work for this medium size.
Liz gotta give me the whole MRT
Oh wait,
commercial.
turn it off. Turn it off. It's Drake.
It was like most
They
of
gonna lock that.
Yeah, he gotta give me the whole folder.
Let me go back.
It was coming in on the high end. Nepotism is real.
a whole different conversation.
Y'all better get into it over here. Y'all better get into it over here. I'm just like this. Okay. So when we come back, we're gonna be talking about what's happening in the streets.
Okay.
Just a couple little details for you all, and then we're gonna jump into our topic. Are you really living your best life? Okay, I want you all to ponder on this for those that are on live with us and chime in the comments. We have the squad in here. Y'all gonna have to introduce yourselves. Yes, I do my own air horns. I don't care.
Okay, do your own hair.
Don't I sound like the recording? Okay.
I see.
That's hilarious.
So you want me to do?
I don't have no bottles of water for y'all. I was not. Y'all don't have to be thirsty for a little bit. It's
I'm
okay
not
though.
thirsty. I'm good. I can't prepare.
Yeah, again, what's in that Gatorade?
I had my Starbucks.
Nothing. I just take
You
the
did?
water.
Oh, is that what we call it?
That's what it is, Starbucks.
Yep.
Yeah, I have my Starbucks too.
I had my Starbucks this morning as well.
Just trying to drink Gatorade to keep my electrolytes up. That's fine. You know, trying to balance it all out.
Right. I just want to bring everything together.
Just together, you know.
We almost back on time.
Yep, we got 1 minute.
They having a whole soiree downstairs. Is that what they want?
I think it's right there
That's
and
right
right
there.
there. They got a reading right here, some people dancing and choreographing up, and there's a lot going on this floor.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a party on here. What's really going on? Ridiculous.
That music was dumb loud.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm like, not in the middle of my exclusive interview. What we will not do is that.
You was photo. You look unbothered by it at all.
I was just trying to make sure you was straight. I'm like, she gonna be like, this ghetto hot mess up in here. They got Waka Flocka playing in the background. Like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I just figured it was a hair studio or something over there.
It's a lot.
It definitely smelled like Luster's pink oil out here.
Like some little girls or some kind of little dance troupe.
All right, here we go.
Like sing.
Cracking in this building. I don't be saying none of this will be
Yeah, you be working, but I like to know my
Alright,
surroundings.
y'all.
It's cracking in this bad boy.
It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we are back on the Blueprint Radio. Okay, y'all, we were in such deep conversation that I forgot to give y'all what's happening in these streets, okay? If y'all haven't noticed, so we got a few extra bodies if you're on live with us, because you should be following the Blueprint Media Company on Facebook, okay?
Okay, then.
I got my good friends, Catherine McNeil and Geno Pacino in the building, but I got some special guests, and I want to allow them to introduce themselves. Hop on, you first.
Hi. I don't really do this type of stuff, but I'm Shauna. I'm a manager of Chai's Up, one of her favorite groups.
My faves, absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then you know who
Um,
get in this microphone.
Get in this microphone.
Get in here. I'm sorry.
What's good, y'all? Y'all even know it's your boy Gary P, the DJ. Fan. I'm on each and every Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. And starting Sunday, I'll be on from 9 p.m. to 11. We might go to 12.
Announcement.
I don't know, because I'm just DJing. I'm just going to be the boy up in the DJ. I'm going to let that person that's coming up, I'm going to let her tell y'all all about that. So it's a big announcement.
And he just dropped it on the show, y'all. I don't even think if y'all tuning in, y'all don't even know y'all just got a whole announcement on here. So he handed me this flyer.
I handed you that one? Okay.
I took it out of his hand. Okay, I'm going to be dropping the details on all of the pages for the Block Club meet and greet. Yes. This is happening on February 23rd of this year, okay? Not next year, not last year, but this year. Okay. Y'all need to be in the house, okay? I will be dropping all those details so you can make sure you get your tickets. Now, let's hop in. Congratulations are in order for Sierra and Russell Wilson. They're with child. Again, they are.
Yeah,
okay. It is. Yep. I'm all for it. Okay. I like healthy families. Okay?
Yeah.
And we're not going to hop all into what a healthy family means, but y'all get it. And I'm happy that things have turned around for her. I'm glad that Future is not out here being petty. Yet.
Definitely.
Okay? Yep. So, definitely just want to, her children are beautiful that she has already. I actually had an opportunity. I met them when I worked at a bank downtown. They were at the Purple Pig that was right next door to my location. And I was like, it's her. Y'all, her hair is really as fly as it is on the videos and stuff. I just want to put that out there. And she had her little baby with her. I was like, oh my God, it's baby Future. This is amazing. So, yes, shout out to them.
You can't never get away with that.
It's not going to get away with anything.
She like blanket.
Right.
Y'all know Offset.
Did you do it again?
No, girl. He got locked up. He got locked up.
He did?
Well, not locked up, but they did. He had a gun.
No, he said that was a cap. He said that was cap.
I mean, I don't know, because I just
when this
seen the
news
video
was
when him and
retrieved,
his wife, they was opening gifts, so I don't know what happened.
Offset, stay out of trouble, okay? You just got out of the cheating scandal, whatever you was doing.
Whatever it is, you don't know what's going on.
Please get together. Speaking of Throwback Thursday, we weren't speaking of it, but we are now.
Speaking of that, okay.
So, Khalees just celebrated like 20 years from her stuff coming out, her material.
Milkshake or
what? She had
Like
some
everything.
That's all I know.
Her catalog. Kaleidoscope.
That was milkshake.
Really?
You thought
I think that was on there. I don't think it's on Spotify.
No, the milkshake.
she got some bangers.
20th anniversary of her debut album, Kaleidoscope.
No, she did
20
more
years?
dirty.
Did it come out in 2?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, yeah, that might be.
Okay, Khalees, she still look good. Okay, with a T at the end. But needless to say, she did an interview where she was talking about how basically, she was done bad in the industry, and she specifically called out Pharrell and Chad Hugo of the Neptunes. Bad move, sis. But she did that, and she said that she never made any money off of the singles that she, did with them.
They always propped her up, though.
Well, when she addressed them about it, they allegedly said to her, "Well, you signed it," meaning the contract. Okay.
You got to read them. You got to read.
You got to read. So, it's a lot more going on in the streets. Those are just a few snippets. We'll definitely be sharing those stories on the Blueprint Media Company. It's time to jump into the topic. Okay. In light of everything that happened with Kobe Bryant, y'all was affected.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I had a whole different topic that I wanted to talk about tonight, but I decided to switch it after having a conversation with someone. And it's like, are we really living our best life? I'm asking.
In terms of what though?
Because
that's such a broad statement.
It is a broad statement, but in light of the fact that I think a lot of people forget that we do have to go at some point. Mm-hmm. With Kobe Bryant, he was such a legend, and he left behind, with his legacy. Everyone thinks so highly of him. Some probably don't, but let's just focus on the positive here. If you were to be gone today, taken away, have you lived your best life up until that point in terms of how you treat people, how you conduct yourself? These are the things that I think about. So it's a broad statement, but when I think about living my best life, it's like, am I being good to myself? Am I being good to others? I'm spiritual, so it's like, am I praising God? What does that mean to you in terms of if you're living your best life?
My funeral would be lit. And I really do believe, like, if anybody came in there trying to be like, but they would get beat up and kicked out.
I believe that.
Like, seriously. And I'm not perfect, but what you see, it was
just two funerals.
It's not like
so you can get beat down.
Like, none of my people would ever let someone come in there and say,
Talk
even if it was true.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not gonna do this here.
Exactly.
You better put it in a book.
You better say that the recast at your house
later. Yeah, like it's just not.
She dead now. What you gonna talk about?
You know how that conversation would have went. That's why you never said anything. And like that's just basically how that will go.
It's funny because Geno and I were talking earlier in the show about we were talking about the bad jokes that they were saying in terms of with that tragedy, but in bringing up kind of like some of those moments that Kobe Bryant probably wouldn't want to have brought up again. And I'm not talking about it on the show. I'm not talking about nothing negative as far as that's concerned. But we were talking about when do mistakes expire?
They don't.
And in living your best life, it's like, how do you?
Because people will never let you.
Not period.
It's people. It's not
like the person.
Because the person can change. The people that they wronged could have forgave them.
Right.
And moved on. But everybody else has an opinion.
They holding on to it. When I think
I don't understand why you so worried about somebody else.
Right. My version of living my best life, when the song came out, I was like, this is my anthem. I love this. Certain situations, like, that song for one, I was like, am I having enough fun? It made me want to have fun. That's first. But when I think about what happened on Sunday, it just, am I telling people, am I giving them their flowers while they're here?
That's it.
That's what it really made me reflect on. Gary, I feel like you got something to say.
You feel like I got something to say?
Yes.
Okay.
He's over here in the corner.
Because on the day of the actual death of Kobe, that was my actual son's birthday and his birthday party. And so it was like I was at the party playing with my son, people looking at me like, why is his tears going down? Like we just lost a major. Like I'm looking like I watched all 5 of these championships and like these, like stop playing. Like and it's like I'm steady seeing it on like all the screens, so it's like really messing me up at the party. So I'm like I'm still giving my son his time and my kids, and it's just like it was hard. For real.
I had just left a boozy brunch. Ooh. So when I called my husband, he told me he was actually supposed to be leaving to go somewhere, I think, to go meet up with one of his friends. And he just like, I'm sitting up here watching this stuff, Kobe Bryant gone. I'm like, what? I think I asked him, was he serious about 8 times? because I couldn't take it in.
You have to recalibrate yourself, like.
And I was sitting with my friend before we got ready to part ways, and it's just, we just really started talking really deeply in terms of, and we just immediately like, girl, I love you.
Yeah,
I love you. But it kind of sucks that it takes times of tragedy for us to really step back and look and see, okay, are we telling people that we love them? Did you take that vacation that you need to take? Are you going to therapy? Are you going to go get that massage? Like, why does it always take something bad to happen for us to really evaluate how we're living our lives?
Because we're not naturally taught to enjoy life. We are conditioned to survive.
Or to appreciate people or value
word.
people. Because that's too much.
Yeah.
Like, everything is about self. So if I tell you how much I appreciate you, or I value, that makes me vulnerable to you.
Yes.
And so now you have too much access to me. So I can't tell you what you really mean to me because now you're going to take that. But then the person is gone, you go, I never told. Well, that's...
Like, but you had an opportunity to.
Yeah.
And see, I love all my people. The thing about it is, unfortunately, when you do experience loss, like for me, I can't say that I was usually like a real like sentimental person. After my mom passed in 2011, I go to everybody, I'm like, I love you. Love you, and spread that love, because it's just like you never know. Like, he was 41. My mom was 43 when she passed. That's relatively young, and as far as
2 years ago at 56 from a stroke that put her in a nursing home for 3 years. So for 3 years, we really watched her die because she couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't speak, had no vision. She's like literally just, so for 3 years, you just watched that. So it's almost like,
hold my hand, connect with me.
Girl, but what I'm saying is, but during that time, it made you realize, one, how quick life can change. Two, who really in your corner when stuff like that happens, who came to support you, who didn't, like stuff like that. And three, to like value like your people. Like
that's right.
Like, so. Yeah.
I just want to live it up, y'all. I know for me, I don't want to be in a place like, I know, just speaking on that time when my mom was going through everything, after she found out she was diagnosed with cancer, we kind of started like a little bucket list. I'm like, we gonna keep these spirits up. I just want to make sure, I can only speak for me, that I'm practicing those things every day, before something big comes up. I just hate the fact that it's like getting yourself together and thinking about and evaluating your life is always tied to something bad that's happening. Yeah. I mean, do y'all notice the correlation? Is it just me?
Not just you. I noticed it.
Okay, I want to go. We got a comment. Lauren Barnes says, I agree with that. We are conditioned to survive and feel guilty when you do something nice for yourself.
Yeah, especially as a parent.
Yeah, but so that's one of the generational curses, though. Because I didn't grow up dirt poor, but the closest thing that you could possibly get to it, though. And so it's like, even in my adult life, it's like, when I get a lot of money or a little money or whatever, I'm constantly in survival mode.
Right.
like I gotta be able to survive to this period of time or yada yada whatever. And it's like we're like a byproduct of how we grew up. So even if like people try to show me something different, it's like when you don't see it like in the actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It still resonate with you when you still find yourself in those patterns. So it's like, man, like we got a lot of work to do, but the beautiful thing is that it can be done.
Absolutely. Every day you get up, you still got opportunity to get it together. Y'all will be right back to get ready to close out. That was deep. I love y'all. We share things. I'm giving my friends they flowers while they here. Okay, we'll be right back. This is the Blueprint Radio. That is y'all for real. Y'all just thought I've brought us to church. Okay,
It's life.
It's a whole concert going on. Oh my God. Michael Christopher said, a sudden death like Kobe Bryant is just a reminder that life is fleeting and that you should always make time to live your life as best that it suits you. Absolutely. I agree.
True.
Because it looks different for everybody.
Right. Everybody's is different. Everybody's happiness is different.
Absolutely.
I got a quote for y'all. I have my quote discussed. We won't get too much discussion because I felt like we really delved deep into some things, but Can't wait for you all to hear it. Everyone will be able to relate.
What is that?
Y'all will hear it when y'all hear it.
I feel cheated over here.
Right. No, y'all got to talk on that. I ain't really going to say that.
You got to read it. You already know what it is. I feel good.
But for the people out there, I'm having the 5,000 New Year's challenge, not the New Year's Eve challenge. The Boot Camp Radio 5,000 challenge is to save that $5,000 by the next year. And
save your taxes.
You can throw that in there too.
Tax money spent,
but like just to get you away from the generational curse. Like you don't have to next year. You don't gotta wait to spend money. Like you already got $5,000 going into 2021. So go ahead and get on this challenge, please.
I've already saved up mine for the month.
Man, I'm
no, because it's a thing where you're supposed to be. So that's why I said I'm on track. That's why I said I'm right where I'm supposed to be for the month, going into week 5.
Right. And just start. Just start. You can jump in with us, but you've got to start.
Yeah.
I made some financial bad decisions as well. Okay. I'll write about it. but needless to say, when he did that challenge, I had actually saved the one where it was like $10,000. What's that? $10,000. Yeah. And then so when he released that one, I said, and that was a little bit more attainable. I think I'm gonna run with the 5K. Bring it on back. We're gonna bring it on back. We're gonna bring it on back.
Because he showed talking about some next year we're gonna do 10K. I said, can we just do 5K again? And have 10K? Like, can we just do 5K?
I believe that they're throwing furniture. If you all tune in on live and y'all hearing
they wrestling, it's the WWE
that's going on, okay?
It's the WWE. Raw SmackDown.
We back now, okay.
Oh, that's
I'm ready because I'm working on limited time here. What you got on?
Hey, you ever seen one of them videos from them?
Alright, there you go.
Like they're doing them Jamaican clubs on the island when they be jumping on
It's your girl, MzMetchi, and we're back on the Blueprint Radio. I got my quote and discuss before we get out of here. We're going to make it real quick. Here's the quote. Nobody watches you harder than the people that can't stand you.
That's it?
It's the truth.
End quote?
I know.
I need some horns after that.
This fireworks. First off, what we're doing in 2020 is we're not going to be consumed with who likes us or doesn't like us, okay?
Nope.
And except for me, and I had my petty moment as far as with the followers and all that other stuff. I specifically went and did the unfollows of people that I had did stuff for and pub them, and they ain't do it back. Bye. See ya. Deuces. I'm not mad, but I know you all have had it where maybe somebody you had a tiffy with, maybe not a tiffy, but just somebody that they don't really rock with you like that, but they look at everything you got going.
I'm saying they want to unfriend you. These people still stuff in my friends like that.
I'm like, you don't even, but you're not. I'm gonna let you be my friend.
You watching my stories, but you be talking about me. You really don't want you to have the experience. Why you keep popping up every day and you don't?
Yeah.
Sis, brother, ma'am, sir. We know that you
want
don't.
a hug.
Come on, brother, ma'am, sir.
I've got all the love emojis for people that do that. At the end of the day, what I try to do on my page, I try to stay away from the negativity and promote my businesses, promote my affiliates. Like y'all, I share y'all stuff, love y'all.
Right.
And we have to do that. So even if you can't stand me, just know that if you come to my page, I stand for something.
Yeah.
My people. So keep watching. That's my quote to discuss. I want to give my guest, Geno Pacino, I'll let you go first. Let everyone, all my listeners, know how they can follow you and support you.
Hey, so you could follow me on Instagram at Pain707. That's PAIN 707. You could Google me. If you Google me, I'm everywhere out here. Google me. Outside of that, subscribe to the YouTube channel because it's like I said, it's like multiple times, but people be watching the videos, liking them too, but don't subscribe. It's one more button. Hit that one more button. And it's Pacino season all day.
Okay. Catherine, please let my listeners know how they can follow you and also support any of your causes that you have going on.
The easiest thing to do is go to my website. It's chbmservices.com. You can click the link for the events on there. You can find all my social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube. Everything is there, and it's just the easiest way to go. So it's chbmservices.com.
Can they buy the books on the site too?
There is a link on the site. The Amazon link is on the site to buy the books too. I try to keep it simple.
Someone in the Whitney from 9 to 5, she said, I want to get to a Google Me status. Me too, sis. I'm there too.
Yo, can I add one more thing? I got a website too, so you could go to
this man.
Nah,
you missed it.
GenoPacino.com. I'm there. Links to everything.
I want to thank my two extra guests. We have Shauna in the building. She manages Chi's Up. Make sure that you're following them too. And you see me in some pictures with her from the Chicago Radio and Podcast Expo. And then I got my brother.
Yeah, brother.
Go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
You can find me.
He's so petty.
Okay, we got good little time. You can find me at Bootcamp Radio. That's Bootcamp Radio everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can find my website, Beat Crushers, BeatCrushersHers.com.
Hooked on phonics in here as well. Yes.
/venue. That's where you're gonna go straight to my page. It's Bootcamp Radio and Bootcamp Radio TV. You can find Bootcamp Radio TV on Roku coming there. It's there now, but I'm gonna put content on there in the springtime.
The channel is secured.
It's
period.
And you can also follow the FW Network.
This man got 20 different entities, and we're not about to list them right now. If y'all don't know, Gary P is the man. Make sure that y'all are following him.
That's following me. It's so much. I don't want to be on
that. Like they be like, and now I am 17. Okay. Well, y'all know I am your girl, MzMetchi. I am on Facebook at Demetria MzMetchi. That's MzMetchi Brown. Okay. Make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company page. I have all of the latest episodes for the Blueprint Radio and my podcast, Corporate Chronicles. Shout out to Sosay & Co. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at the BP Media Co. And of course, I'm MzMetchi over there, MzMetchi, again on our Hooked on Phonics. Okay. And if you are interested in marketing and promotional services, visit www.thebpmediaco.com, okay? And before we leave, download the app, y'all. It's free on Google and iTunes, okay? And if not, if you're just like, I don't want all them apps on my phone, you petty, visit www.supportdistrictradio.com/Chicago. And thank you to Tax Strategy and the Law Office of C.N. Norris. We love you. We thank you, our official sponsors. We're back next week with some special guests. Y'all will find out in a couple days. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and I'm checking out. Love y'all, and have a great, prosperous week.
Ooh, what's up?
Bye. It's photo time. Get up and take your photos. All y'all here. What I dropped the link. I messed the link up for Support District Radio. But if you download the app and stop being petty, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh God, stop being petty. Stop being petty with my sister.
We cutting the live.
Cutting that live before I say it.
Please stop, because